Hey everyone, it's Livestock here. Now, today, we are finally going to do the long-awaited Q&A to end off this year with a bang. Now, I know I've delayed this for quite a few weeks now. I've been really busy, and when I got in winter break, especially during the first week, spending time with family, praying for Christmas and all that stuff, but finally found time to do this Q&A. And save it up for the perfect moment now. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so before I start, I want to mention something. Now, I put in the rules 2 questions per person to, kind of mean one person can ask me 10 questions, take up the whole Q&A tab. So I put that there so, if someone knew, hey, you can only comment 2 questions. Not that you had to do it. So basically, a lot of these questions have 2 of them. A lot of people ask 2 questions. So it's fine. I'll answer them all, but it's just kind of funny how that happened. However, some of these questions are a little bit repetitive, so I might give short answers or might just reference a previous one. So now we can actually get started. Alright, so this question is by Dude Donut. He asked, have you watched Breaking Bad? And the second question was, what was your favorite episode of SML The Grieving Season 1 to make? Love Season 1, can't wait for Season 2. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you, Dude Donut. Unfortunately, I have not watched Breaking Bad. I do have Netflix. I have been considering watching it. I've just been putting it down, and it's not even just with Breaking Bad, it's with all kinds of shows. I haven't been too consistent with watching shows this year, so I may watch it next year. Who knows? And to answer your second question, I don't think I necessarily had a favorite episode to make. I will probably say episode 3 is that was actually a lot of fun, setting stuff up and stuff like that. So I'll say episode 3 for now, because that was pretty fun. And it is the longest episode, but it's a wild ride. So yeah. Next question is by user NC8XX4JH7X. His first question: are you planning to use any modern SML characters like Jonathan, Penelope, and the Huckledoos? And the second question is, are you familiar with the SML community like Math Dominus, Ray Rand, Stab Ace Dude? If yes, what are your thoughts on them? So, with the first question, those characters, Jonathan, Penelope, and Huckledoos, would feel really out of place, especially since the main focus is on Mario. We don't really have too much of another character focus. I mean, we had Bowser, but that was to build up the plot, so in a way it was somewhat of an exception. And the Huckledoos are a definite no, as the characters don't even live in that house, so it wouldn't make sense for them to even be part of the series. With the second question, I'm familiar with all of them. I've actually talked to them a handful of times, and they've helped out support SML The Grieving. So, I'm familiar with them. I think they're pretty cool and stuff like that. And people like my Thomas Stab Ace Dude have inspired me to do what I do now. So the next question is by Super Captain Plush. Their first question is, where do you get all those plushies? And the second question is, how long did it take to collect them all? Now, most of my plushies I got online, and with how long it took to collect them all, I wasn't necessarily going out there and collecting them. Some of them I've just have had for a while, and just slowly but surely just kind of built up. The main characters I did really buy for SML The Grieving were Rosalina, and Brooklyn T Guy and Bowser, and Mario as well. Mama Luigi I ended up making during the summer, but most of the characters I use I kind of already had. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Next question is by Unknown09XD. First question: how did you discover SML? And the second question: do you still enjoy SML since it has gone through many changes? So To answer the first question, I discovered SML like quite a few years back actually, where I ran into like one of the junior videos and watched a bit of them. And I kind of like stopped watching them, and right around the Jeff era, I kind of rediscovered SML a bit more. And the second question, honestly, I don't really watch like modern SML now. Like I stuck around with SML for like the longest time. I just stopped watching them around 2021 because I just ended up growing out of it and stuff like that, and I wasn't really finding their videos as enjoying as you know with much enjoyment. And I have watched some new SML videos, but I'm very like picky and choosy with which ones I still watch. Sometimes I get recommended by friends, or they're like, oh hey, let's watch this together or something like that. I might watch that with them, or I just might end up watching them out of the blue or whatnot. But basically in general, no, not really. Next question is by officially JY Gaming. The first question is, how long did it take to make an episode on an average? And two, will other at Mario or SML characters appear in the future? So an episode usually took me 2 to 3 days to film. Sometimes it would be more or less depending whether I was missing a scene or I had to refilm something. And with other characters appearing, that just all really depends on like my preference, first, and two, like if I think they could like kind of serve part of like the plot or the story or something like that. Next question is by Draven Martinez 6311. So the first question: how did you come up with the idea of the series in the first place? And two, what is your favorite SML video of all time? I came up with the idea of the series during the summer, as I was having a bit of like a rough summer, and I'd kind of gone through a lot the past couple of months and the past year, and it was a series I really wanted to do to kind of express myself and also bring something new to SML fans, as I wasn't like I wanted to do something different that a lot of the like SML fan-made series that like Mathonist or Dab 8 were doing, that was a bit more different and darker as well. And with the second question, I don't really know. I don't think I necessarily have one. I've had videos that I've enjoyed, but I don't necessarily have one. Next question is by ABD Jabber 3599. They asked, are you going to do more series after this? Yeah, of course. I already have one series that I'm going to work on, which is FNAF Enigma, which I just have to work on a couple of props, I would say, and like characters behind the scenes before I could begin production for it. I may have some other stuff in mind, so yeah, definitely. I am going to do more series after SML The Grieving. Next question is by Silentier38. Their first question is, what's your favorite SML series? And two, which SML The Grieving took long to make? So my favorite SML series has to be Mario and Luigi's Stick With Them Adventures. I love the series. I really enjoyed it. So that's definitely my favorite SML series. And my second question, it was probably episode 1, as that episode I had some scenes done before I even had Rosalina. Rosalina was the main reason why the episode was the first episode was getting delayed, because I couldn't film without my Rosalina, and I almost considered canceling it because of how much that plush got delayed. So yeah, it was definitely the first episode. Next question is by Invincible Lord of Darkness. The first question is, how long did it take to make the opening, and which SML video did you hate the most? So with the first question, it kind of depends, because if you're referring to the opening I had from episodes 1 through 4, that, I think it only took me like a couple of minutes to do it. But the main intro that you saw, which is what I'm having like kind of play on this little TV effect that you're seeing now, that was made by X Blue Slithers. So yeah, and I don't remember how long it took him to make that. So yeah. And for your second question, I'm not too sure. It probably has to be one of the later videos, from like 2020 to now. I don't know. I don't necessarily like. I don't necessarily have one that I hate the most. There's just a couple I dislike. That's all. Next question is by Kid Named Joseph. Will you do reactions to your videos and telling some behind the scenes of the videos? Yes, I've been planning to do that ever since episode 1, but I wanted to wait till the season was over to do that. And then of course, I guess now I got busy, but you'll definitely be seeing those for season 1 next year. Next question is by Trainboy Ohio. Are you going to get Rosalina and Mario's daughter a voice actor? Probably not. She's just a baby. And I don't see that necessary. It'd just be a little I guess strange to do that. I didn't do it with baby Mario, so I don't think I'll be doing it with their daughter. So no. Next question is by Dragon Ball Foch 3500. How long will season 2 come out? Well, I'll be releasing the teaser. Hopefully, by the time you're seeing this, it might already be out, or it's on its way. But it's coming out, literally when it hits New Year's for me, or Pacific time. So yeah. Next question is by SML Fixer. Who is your favorite character in SML The Grieving, and how'd you meet all the people that act for the characters? So my favorite character from SML The Grieving, it was probably Crackbird. He carried the show for a while. Like, Angry Plus did a really good job on him. I really loved him as a character. And I haven't met any of the people in SML The Grieving, like any of the voice actors besides the voice actor of Luigi, in person. So I was kind of friends with them for a while, and they had their own channels and projects where they did voices and stuff like that, and I just kind of just talk to them from there and see what they could do and stuff. So yeah. Next question is by Aaron Pokemon 1857. The first question is, what happened to Junior after his Bowser's death or his dad's death? And second question is, will season 2 have more old SML characters? Basically, with Junior, I haven't really covered that, and we might see that in season 2. Who knows? I don't want to spoil anything. And it's kind of the same thing with what I said for a question I answered a bit ago when someone asked something similar. It just all kind of depends on whether they kind of serve a purpose or they could or whatnot. So yeah. This next question is by Imani Addy 7314. The first question is, who had the biggest impression throughout the series? Mario, Rosalina, Black, Yoshi, and the above. Okay, it's one person. I'd say Rosalina. As by instinct, you might say Mario, but Mario's really the one we see suffer. Basically the main character we see, and yeah, he does suffer a lot. But she did Rosalina did have the biggest depression because she was grieving over Jeffy's death and stuff like that, and became really fucked up. So it was definitely Rosalina. And the last question is by ARSRGDLS. Why did you make the series SML The Grieving? It was original, based on SML videos or scraps. Well, I kind of explained that already. with the previous question, but again, just to summarize it, it was just kind of developed during the summer from certain emotions and feelings. I wanted to break something different. And the second question is, what is the channel going to be about in the future? So I do have other series planned that isn't related to SML The Grieving or like separate stuff, as I don't necessarily always want to be remembered as the SML The Grieving guy. So there's other series and stuff that are going to be on the channel, even maybe some non-plush stuff. But yeah, there's gonna be a lot more coming to the channel. So yeah. Well, guys, I hope I answered all your questions. This video, like I said, I'm sorry for the delay. I just was really busy with a lot of stuff. And in the end, decided to save it up for New Year's Eve. And I covered all the questions that were left in the community tab. And I want to thank you all, and everyone who helped support SML The Grieving and all the fans. Thank you so much for everything that you guys did from this year. I never imagined SML The Grieving was going to be, as popular as it ended up becoming, and it's all thanks to all of you guys who supported, all the reactors who helped react to it, all the voice actors who brought to life these SML characters that I couldn't do alone. And just big thanks to everyone who supported SML The Grieving, and I hope you guys will stick around for season 2 and what comes next for this channel. That's it for this video. I wish you guys all a happy New Year's.